to celebrate the coming together of two people whose love and support and commitment to one another reflects so well the love and support and commitment they've shown to each and every one of us standing in the room today. Stephen Scott Miller and Mom. Steve, Mom, before we get started, it's my great privilege to serve as the officiant for your wedding, and if anyone in the crowd is at all nervous about my inexperience as an officiant, fear not. I've got almost 200 years of collective life experience with me under the huppah today. In the Torah, yeah, I'm gonna quote from the Torah, whatever, stick with me here. In the Torah, one of the first things that God says to Adam is that it's not good for a man to be alone. In fact, that sentiment is the whole basis for God's creation of Eve, so it's also the basis for the first ever relationship. I'm no expert, but in Judaism, apparently, just to have someone is holy. And for a while, that minimum sentiment was also my foremost concern for my mom. Little did I know, she would find someone who fit her so well, whose positivity and ease match her particularity and care, who somehow prioritizes family as lovingly, sometimes stiflingly, as she does, who is partner and a friend and a cheerleader in addition to being the someone she's going to spend her whole life with. Perhaps the greatest compliment I can offer you two is that for me, going to your condo in South Orange still feels like going home, despite the fact that I've never actually lived there, and every time I sleep there, I get woken up either by my mom walking on the treadmill or Steve searching the drawers for his underwear. That warmth is a testament to the love and care and tranquility with which the two of you live your lives together. And very soon, the house in the Berkshires will be the same, if only you can figure out how many towels to buy. According to the pamphlet I was sent by the Universal Life Church upon receiving my ministerial credentials, marriage is a lifelong promise to join your lives together in love, respect, trust, and honor. For those of us who have watched your relationship grow over the last several years, it's abundantly and beautifully clear how prepared you are to fulfill the meaning of that promise. You two have already joined together your lives, and the home you share is a center of gravity for everyone around you. Now, I hate to contradict my brothers in the Universal Life Church, but I have to say that I don't think today is exclusively about the promises you two are making for your future life together. A wedding is also a celebration of the history you hold, together and separately, which brought you to this moment. My mere presence under this huppah is enough to tell you that there's a bit more preamble here than the traditional love story. But your joy and love and loss and heartache, your sadness and happiness, your parents, Grandma and Papa, Grandpa and Granny, these things are Gramps and Granny. These things are here with you today, and they are what makes you deserving of and ready to give the love that you're about to pledge to one another. Today's about celebrating the good. You guys have earned it. But for any hard times in your future, I hope you remember the confluence of moments, the dark ones and the light ones, that made you lucky enough to be standing here together. Now that everyone is officially welcomed, it's almost time to hear from the two of you. The huppah under which we stand was once my grandmother's tablecloth, and it is now served as the canopy for at least 5 Kaplan weddings. For the audience, nearly half of whom have been married under it, it's a symbol that represents the home you are building together. And as you prepare to read the vows you've written for one another, surrounded by the people who love you most, let it be a reminder of what home can be when it's imbued with goodness, intention, and meaning. With that, Steve, I think you've prepared some vows.
I go first?
You want me to hold this?
No, I don't even need it. I will speak loudly. Okay. Judy. That's what it says. In the words of my father, this is the most unheard of thing I ever heard. So when I knew that I wanted to ask you to marry me, which was probably the first day I met you, but that's a whole nother story, I decided to call my 3 kids and let them know, and also call your 3 kids to ask for their mom's hand. The conversation with Andrew, Kenny, and Matt was pretty simple. I told them I was going to ask Judy to marry me, and they said, good, we love Judy, is there anything else? It was Sunday, in the fall, okay? I said, no, nothing else, and the conversation was over. Now time to call Judy's kids. However, I must admit I was a little nervous before calling Jenna, Joey, and Robbie. Not because they make me nervous, but because I know how much they mean to you, and their support means to you. So to prepare, I made a list of all the reasons I wanted to marry you. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through the list item by item with them because they quickly gave me their support. Not to say there weren't a few questions, but nothing I couldn't handle, I think. So this is the list from 2.5 years ago. Almost exactly the same as one I added, but almost exactly the same. And I feel stronger about these every day. Number 1, you are smart, very smart. You are beautiful, you are kind, you are caring, you are generous. You are an amazing friend, sibling, aunt, cousin, newly minted grandma, top board member, and fiance for another 3 minutes. You are a double, maybe even triple amazing mother. You never give up. Like actually never give up. You make me very happy. This is the one I added. You have the potential to be a 10 handicap. This one was added after you hit a perfect tee shot on the 4th hole in Kiwa. Joey can confirm that? Perfect tee shot on the 4th hole at Kiwa. And then we went home a couple of weeks later, hit a 30-foot downhill breaking putt at Suburban on the 1st hole. Top tier, down. You are my personal shopper. Not that I needed one. You brought your kids, Brad, Sam, the Arises, Kaplans, Feinberg, Golds. Hope I didn't miss anybody. And their significant others and spouses into my life, and I love all of them. I could list 100 more reasons, but I'll finish with the fact that I like you and I love you more every single day, and I can't imagine spending another minute of my life without you, but I'm not done. As your husband, I make the following promises to you. I have 2 sets of promises. The second one's a little more important than the first, but I had to include the first. I will try my hardest to leave every room as I found it. A special shout out goes to Matthew, who taught me a trick. He walks in the room, he takes a picture. Correct, Matt?
Only way to get it right.
He takes a picture so he can remember what it looked like before he destroyed it. And he recreates it before he leaves. Real brilliant. I will karate chop every pillow as soon as I stand up from a chair or couch. I will squeegee the shower door every time I take a shower. And I actually time myself now and continue to set new records as I become an ambidextrous squeegee. I will try to open a Culver's in New Jersey so your brother and Jeannie can come visit more often. When you ask me what my favorite day of the year was, I promise never again to say kayaking with Michael Gold on it. It was a good day. Now a few of my more important promises. I promise to be kind and gentle. You deserve it more than anyone I know. I think everybody in the room would agree. I promise to do my best to be patient. Not my strong suit, but I'm trying. I promise to treat you with respect. I don't know if this one should have been in the first list, second list, but I think it's this one. I promise to have cold bottles of Diet Coke and Chardonnay in the fridge and Skinny Pop in the cabinet at all times. I promise to keep exercising so I can be in half as good shape as you. This is true. I promise to be by your side in good times and bad. And the last one, I promise to feel like the luckiest guy in the world every single day, because I am. It's amazing and wonderful that we found each other, and I promise to never let you go. I love you too. Oops.
Beautiful, Steve. It was really. Mom, now's your turn.
Steve Miller. They say everything in life happens for a reason. And if you pay close attention, all of the challenges you face will end up being your greatest teachers. We both traveled down long, bumpy roads. But thankfully, those roads led us to each other. We started our unique friendship more than 10 years ago. Over dinner one night, you offered to accompany me to Vancouver because I needed a traveling companion. Since we were just friends, in anticipation of our trip, I started reading about crossing the friend zone, which the experts online state is almost impossible. Obviously, those experts didn't know you, because what finally became apparent to me was that you were the perfect partner for me. Loving you is so easy because of the special person you are and because of how we are together. We share an immense love for our families, which is why their presence tonight means everything to us. You're an incredible and devoted father to Kenny, Matt, and Andrew. I love this about you, especially since Jenna, Joey, and Robbie, Brad, and Sam are my everything and my greatest treasures. You also both cherish many wonderful friends. Of all the people I know, you are by far the happiest and most upbeat. Every day you wake up with a huge smile on your face and greet me with, "Good morning, Judy Kaplan of the Highland Park Captains," which warms my heart. You often leave me little adorable notes. Here's a sampling. I love you a lot more than golf, tennis, and ice cream combined. Even more than bagels, Judy Kaplan. Coffee is ready for the most beautiful, smartest, talented, and wonderful woman in the world. Have fun today. Sorry for whacking you in the head last night. I was running in my dream. I must have been flailing my arms. Jay Kaplan, I go to work. Let me know if that Sam dude is coming over today. Love you. When we are out and about, you constantly do 360-degree spin-arounds or hop on one foot because you can't contain your enthusiasm. Depending on our specific location, this can be a tad embarrassing, but truly, your zest for life is endearing and sometimes even contagious. I have been known to hop along. Everything you do is the best. Every meal you eat is the greatest. Every beer you drink is the most fantastic. This consistent, positive attitude is a true gift to me every single day and what kept me going throughout the pandemic. Also, you have a very silly side, which helps keep life light. We even entertain each other with our own playful language. You don't sweat the small stuff, and you pretty much don't sweat the big stuff either. Somehow you even manage to... Time to get medicine. Okay, where was I? Somehow you even manage to make work look fun and effortless. I'm not sure how you always seem to remain calm, but as someone not at all used to calm, this is extremely comforting. You're completely secure with who you are and possess no ego. A big part of your desire to succeed is so you can give back and help others. Your love, care, and warmth is constant and even has practical applications. Every night when I'm freezing, you consider it your job to warm me up, which is why I call you my furnace. Thank you for showing me that a relationship based on mutual respect, trust, and unconditional love is possible. I love you, Steve Miller, and I'm excited to be starting this next happy chapter together. So here's what I promise to you, now and forever. I promise to not get so mad because you hate Billy Joel, Chicago deep dish pizza, and think this song Yesterday is a terrible song. I promise to always explain the endings of movies and TV shows. I promise not to yuck your yum, even when you put hot sauce all over your meal or say your ahi tuna from Heart 2 was amazing. I promise to laugh at your jokes when they're actually funny. I promise to love your family. I promise to be your biggest supporter and greatest fan because I believe in you. I promise to communicate and listen to your feelings and opinions. I promise to have fun and travel with you so we can make the most of the rest of our lives. I will try to pack lightly. I promise to always take care of you no matter what happens. I promise to love you until we grow old, even though we're already there. I promise to be grateful for all of my life lessons because they led me to you, to us, and to tonight. I promise to live each and every day knowing and appreciating that you're the absolute best, Steve Miller, and I'm the luckiest.
It's beautiful, guys. Now, I'm gonna invite Audrey Kaplan and Teddy Kaplan to the stage. Guys, I think you have something? Where is it?
I forgot.
Are you actually going to give it to me?
Yay, Teddy. Yay, Audrey.
No, I have to.
Thanks, guys.
Natural born performers. Get out of here. 20 minutes ago, Teddy vowed that he would never get married in 100 million bazillion years. All right, guys. First, I want to talk a little bit about Steve's wedding band. It's the same one his father wore. One of the many reminders that today is a continuation of a treasured history. And now we've got something borrowed in addition to something blue and something old. Just kidding. So, Mom, Steve, I'm gonna ask you to maybe take a half step forward and turn and face each other. And as you get ready to answer my question, I want you to look into one another's eyes, and I want you to see not only the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, but also the person who you met all those years ago, the friend who you decided to fly to Seattle for, the partner who you escaped the pandemic with, the fiance you're building a house with, and husband or wife, respectively, who will be your deepest sense of home for the rest of your life. Ready, Steve? Well, first you gotta take this one. Okay. Do you, Steve Miller, take Judy Kaplan to be your lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Great. You can place the ring on Steve's ring finger. Not quite right, but close enough.
Fat knuckles.
Mom, ready? Do you, Judy Kaplan, take Steve Miller to be your lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live. Well, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church in the city of New York, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. All right. One final tradition Mom and Steve wanted to embrace before they get started on the rest of their life was the breaking of the glass. As Jews, we break glass as a reminder that broken things deserve a seat at the table, even in our greatest moments of joy. Just as we celebrate the breaking of glass on a wedding day, we must strive to see the light in our greatest moments of darkness. Plus, it's a chance to end this ceremony out on a bang. Go for it.
They have to take you lessons.